Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I had put a poll up on my community tab to see what you guys were interested in, and it was kind of split. Some people were ready for Christmas still, and some people were wanting to move on. So today's video is gonna have ones that can kind of be transitional pieces between Christmas and maybe like winter. So hopefully this makes all of you happy. I know that's probably not possible, but let's get started. For this first DIY, I have this little house that's on a stand. This is from the Dollar Tree. I've had it for quite some time, and we're gonna make this for winter, but you could easily make it more Christmassy if you want. This is gonna be a really easy one. We're going to start by putting some snow on the roof. So I'm gonna put on some Mod Podge, and then we're gonna pour on some of the faux snow, which you can get at either a Dollar Tree or a Hobby Lobby. I do find that it helps to kind of put the snow on and then tap it a little bit with your finger to press it in. And then we're gonna go ahead and let this dry. I have this pack of wooden snowflakes that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. I think I paid, well, I think it was less than $2. It was $3.99 initially when I bought it, but I know I bought it on sale. And there's a ton of them in here. So I'm gonna pull out 2 of them, and we're going to put some Mod Podge and the faux snow on that, just like we did the house. Now that these are both dried, we're going to just put a coat of Mod Podge over the top to just kind of keep the snow from falling off. Just do a pretty thick coat so that you're not accidentally pulling the snow off as you are putting on the Mod Podge. This thick layer of Mod Podge will take a little while to dry, but in my opinion, it's worth it because it keeps the mess down to a minimum when you are decorating with these items. So now that everything is dry, we're going to glue our 2 snowflakes together with a little twine in between them. This way, if it spins around, it'll be finished on both sides, was kind of my thought. I'm using some white twine because that's what I had on hand, but some kind of clear fishing line would also be nice, or you could just use a pretty ribbon, whatever you want to do. And we're just going to hot glue the twine in between the 2 snowflakes and then attach it to the back of the house using a little bit of hot glue as well. I thought I'd share a couple of ideas where you are kind of doing a DIY, but it's nothing permanent and it's easily changed out to go from Christmas to winter. So I have this vase. I picked this up at a thrift store for something like $1. And I just have some twine. I did use my lighter to burn it, just to, get rid of some of the fuzzies. That of course is optional. It's all optional. And then I've got some of these little wooden snowflakes. These are from Hobby Lobby. I got them in a big pack. I think I actually might have said that already in this video. Dollar Tree has had some as well. And let's see, which ones do I want to use? And I'm just going to thread them through some of the holes. Thread the twine through some of the holes if I can. Hang on a second. I'm gonna put a little bit of clear tape on one end here to make it easier to thread. Kind of make it into like a little point. All right, this is turning out to be a challenge, so let me get one with a little bit bigger holes to thread it through. That'll be easier. Obviously, you can put on however many of those you want to. I did choose to do 3, and it was easier when I stopped choosing the one with the tiniest hole. I'm just going to tie that in a knot. This vase would also be a good one to put window clings on. I do that on some of my vases. Just looks really nice and easy to change it out. So just kind of have them layered there. I've got some glittery greenery. I think they picked this up from the Dollar Tree. Another tip for glittery greenery is to spray it with hairspray, and that'll kind of help seal it in. And this would be a great little winter piece And then for Christmas, I'm just going to add in these little red berry picks. I don't know where I got them from. They're just in my stash. And then all of this is easily taken off to be used another time of the year. For this next little, I don't know, styling piece, I have this bowl. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby on clearance. I don't remember exactly, but I paid $1 or $2 maybe for it. It was a really good deal. But you could just use one you have on hand. You could use one that you find from the thrift store. And there's various ways to fill this, and I'll just give you a couple little ideas. So I'm gonna start by just pulling some random greenery picks that I have in my stash. I don't know where they've all been picked up from because I've had them for a while, but usually it's Walmart or Dollar Tree most of the time. Could also use little pieces of garland, whatever you want and whatever you've got on hand. And this would be beautiful on like the center of a table or like a console table. And I'm gonna put a couple of little red ornaments in here as well. Gold or silver would be pretty with all of them. And this would be a beautiful little decor piece for Christmas. I have a ton of pine cones. Some are on picks, some are free standing like this, some are painted gold, some are not painted gold. But I think pine cones in a bowl would be beautiful both for Christmas or winter. I think just like this is very pretty, but once again, you could add in just a few little red ornaments, and it's so simple, so quick and easy, and would be beautiful on a table. For this one, I'm just gonna use some of the greenery I have that does not have any red in it, since red is typically associated with Christmas. I'm just gonna put a couple of these picks here. You can of course trim them down too if you need to, but I'm trying not to. And I'm gonna use some of my pine cones that are just regular colored. Some of these are on like a pick in like groups of 3, which you could trim off if you wanted. Those I know I picked up at Hobby Lobby. These ones have some little white like snow frosting on it. Don't know where those came from. I'm thinking they might have been a part of another pick. And then I do have a few freestanding pine cones. Most of them are currently in my Christmas decor, but I have a few left. So I'm just going to kind of sprinkle them throughout as well. I hope this gives you some ideas of how you can easily and on a very small budget decorate for Christmas and even into the winter. Sometimes we don't want to take down all of our decor right away because it can just make everything seem so stark and cold, but it's very easy to add in some nice little winter elements. For this next DIY, I picked up this little faux book stack from Dollar Tree a couple of months ago. Actually picked up a few of them, so I wanted to pull one out now, but you can always just take some books that you have and wrap them. I've done that before, or paint them if you are okay doing that. We're gonna paint this in the color Ink by Waverly, and hopefully it'll only take one coat, but we're just going to go until we have some nice coverage, and I'm gonna try to not get it all thick and built up in where the separation grooves are that would be for the different books. So there is gonna be some paint in between the grooves, and once it's dry, I'll go back and clean that up a little bit. But it was too hard to try to avoid them all together, plus the brown spacing in between the books just didn't look great. It took 2 coats to fully cover this. Actually, it covered it well after 1 coat, but it was a little streaky, so I did 2 coats, let it fully dry, and I'm gonna go in with these stickers. These stickers here are from the Dollar Tree, and we're gonna put some words on here. You could, of course, also use a Cricut, you could use a stencil, you could freehand it, whatever you wanna do. do a little bit of dry brushing with some white paint. I'm just gonna use kind of an old crummy brush and some white acrylic paint and dab off a lot of it. And I'm going to just do a little bit of dry brushing around the edges. I'm gonna try to do it in the emphasis in between the 2 or the 3 books to kind of define that as well. Now I'm gonna go in with a really good coat of Mod Podge. It'll help seal in the stickers. I'm also hoping it'll kind of disguise the glossy edges of the stickers, and it will help prevent the paint from chipping in the future. We're just gonna do a little bit of embellishment on our little book stack. I'm just using some things that I already had on hand. I thought I had some black and white buffalo check ribbon, but I don't find any in my stash, so I'm guessing I must not have any. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for today's video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. That helps me out so much. And also if you're new here, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. Easy to do, just hit the subscribe button down below. Also make sure your notification bell is turned on so you don't miss out on my future videos. That is it for now. Thanks so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye guys.